everyone, so for today's video I am doing an update of what's on my iPhone, as recently I got a brand new phone and loads of you guys have been asking for an update of one of these, as I haven't done one since sometime last year. So I thought I would just do an updated one for you, show you what's on there. I don't know how popular these videos are anymore, but I still love watching them. So yeah, I am going to put the iPhone screen like up here somewhere, so that is why I'm kind of like shifted over this way. But yeah, it will appear here. So I haven't done this in a while. If it goes wrong, I'm really sorry. But without further ado, I'm going to show you what's on my iPhone. Before I show you the actual contents, this is my iPhone. It's currently plugged in to the screen recorder. But I got an iPhone 8 in the silver colour. And then I just got this clear like bumper case on it from Amazon, as obviously the back is kind of like a glass kind of thing. And I didn't really want to drop it and smash it. And yeah, the reason I got this is because my contract ended on my old one, and also because my iPhone 6s was obviously my first iPhone and kind of got to the point where it stopped working. So yeah, I absolutely love my phone and I'm just going to show you what's on it. Okay, so basically my lock screen is just a picture of me and my friends from Leavers Day, and then when you get into my phone, this is the first thing you will see. So obviously these are kind of just all your standard apps that come with Apple. So I just have FaceTime, calendar, camera, photos, weather, clock, maps, notes, reminders, wallet, which is how I use Apple Pay, the news, health, settings, App Store, iTunes Store, and contacts. They're kind of just like your basic apps that come with the phone. And then along the bottom I just have obviously phone to make calls, iMessage, mail, and Safari. And then when we go into this next page, as you can see, I like to have most of my stuff out of folders. I used to be a big folder person, but now I'm kind of like, well, because I don't have so many apps that all need to be out and stuff, it's all fine. So the first app I have is Instagram. So if you do want to follow me over on there, it is at floral.sophia. This is just my feed for those of you wondering. I kind of just post a bunch of stuff really. It's kind of like half revision studygram, half like beauty guru, if you get me. So like this was my latest post, for example, a lovely PR package from OGX. And yeah, I absolutely love going on Instagram, just scrolling through my feed and seeing what is on there. So yeah, make sure to go give me a follow, as I'm so active. As you can see, put up a lot of polls and stuff on my story, so if you ever want to be involved in something, definitely check out that. And then I have Snapchat. My Snapchat is the exact same as my Instagram, floral.sophia, so if you want to go follow me on there. I used to be really active, but then it just means that I have to log in and out, but definitely go follow me, as I am occasionally active and do follow you guys back. And then I have Twitter, which I use all the time. I absolutely love Twitter. I'm not really sure how I can live without it. Again, I'm really active. If you want to follow me, this is my username. It's Sophia with an X instead of the O, 2 A's and then _X, because when I changed my YouTube channel name, I wanted to change my Twitter name as well, because it was already different from my Instagram and Snapchat, so it didn't really matter. But obviously I couldn't have Sophia X because very popular thing to have on Twitter, so this is the best we've got. But yeah, again, come follow me on Twitter. Always really active on here. Absolutely love it. It's kind of like the first place I go to. A lot of retweeting, a lot of sharing my opinions. So like I said, if you ever want to get involved in something, Twitter is the place to come along to. So I was just editing this video and I realised after Twitter that I missed out YouTube, which was right next to it. I don't know how I did that, but you probably all know what that is because you're using it right now. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. But yeah, I just don't know how I did that, so enjoy the rest of the video. I then have Netflix that I very rarely use because I don't have a Netflix account, but I just keep it on here anyway for when I use my free trials. I then have BBC iPlayer, which I live for. I watch Gavin and Stacey on there all the time, and EastEnders if I've missed it when it's been on TV. Love the BBC iPlayer app, you can't go wrong. I also have All 4, which again I use all the time to watch things like The In-Betweeners, Friday Night Dinner, loads of things are on there actually, Ackley Bridge and stuff. I do watch a lot more on my iPad because obviously it's a much bigger screen, but like sometimes when my iPad is out of charge or on the go and stuff, it's really handy just to have those kind of apps on here. And then I also have Prime Video, which is basically Amazon's kind of like a subscription service, I guess. It's kind of like a Netflix but for Amazon, and I don't really use it, but my brother has an account and we share it, so it's all good. And then I do have Spotify, which I absolutely love. This is where I get all my music from. So yeah, this is kind of just Spotify if you haven't seen it before. It is free, but I got the premium package included in my phone deal, which is brilliant. So for 2 years I have Spotify premium. I think it was like £2 extra a month, so it's definitely worth it. Also, if you are a student, you can get it for £4.99 a month. But yeah, I absolutely love Spotify. I don't know if people follow each other on Spotify or not. I kind of just use it to listen to my own stuff. And then I have YouTube Creator Studio, which is basically where I just sit and reply to all your comments, and I can like publish videos and view things. But yeah, these are obviously all the comments you guys have left on my latest videos. I then have Gmail, which is where I get all my business emails from, and then I have Subcount, which basically just tells me how many subscribers I have so I can keep up to date, and you can just basically refresh it, and also you can type in any channel you want to, so you don't have to just keep it on one channel all the time. It's really good if you're interested in a load of different YouTubers, or for your own channels if you've got more than one. I then have PhotoGrid, which is basically like an app which you can use to make collages and stuff. This is kind of what I just use for my thumbnails if I want to have more than one photo in a thumbnail. For example, if you want like a split or something, that's what I'll use. I also have VSCO, which I use for my Instagram photos and for my thumbnails. So for example, this is a thumbnail that I've recently made, which you will be seeing next Wednesday. So yeah, this is kind of just one that I made. I actually made two for the video, and then I asked you guys which one you liked. And yeah, if you want to see how I edit my thumbnails or Instagram photos, let me know down below. It is really simple, but I love VSCO. It's really simple to use. And then I have Fonto, which is basically like text on images. So for example, as you can see, this is where I made all the text to go on to this for. And then after that I have Helix Jump, which is just a game that I absolutely love. I won't play it now because yeah, I'm much better at it on the iPad because it is a big screen, but it's a really good game if you do want something. And then I have Sandbox, which is basically just like a colouring in app. These are just some of my pieces of artwork. But basically I just find this is really relaxing to do. Like if you're waiting somewhere, and I find like, for example, when I go to the dentist, there isn't much signal, or if you're, so you know, something to do with that Wi-Fi, I just find like colouring this in is really relaxing. So for example, if I take this dinosaur, because this looks pretty simple stuff, you can just zoom in and then go like this, or you can double tap and it'll colour it in, and then obviously you come out with like a masterpiece at the end of it. Some of them are animated, so I know people might think it's a bit childish, but I know a lot of people in my school loved this app, and it's really good, you know, on all devices and stuff. It's just a really nice relaxing app to have. And then I have two folders. In the first one is kind of just like lifestyle. So the first one I have is Unidays. If you would like to sign up, I'll leave a link down below because it just makes the process a lot easier if you follow through my link. But this is just a student discount site. As you can see, loads and loads of stuff. New brands just been added, such as NYX, so 10% off NYX. You've got all sorts of stuff on here. There's also a load of competitions and giveaways. Yeah, so again, so much in here. I use Unidays all the time. In Superdrug at the moment, they're doing 20% off if you use Unidays and your beauty card. So yeah, always something good on there. I then have Halifax, which is just the bank basically, so I can see how much money I got. And I've then got H&M, which is basically like just the app for online shopping, but because I'm part of the H&M club, when I go into the shop I'll need like the card thing to be scanned to get my points. I then have Google Home, which is just for my Google Home Mini that's on my desk, so it's just like to change settings, access it if I'm not home. I then have Life 360, which is like a tracking app, just so like our whole family can just see where each other are and stuff. And then I have Moodle, which is basically like a homework thing, which I'll be using next year at my sixth form. And then I have Trainline, which is just like the train app, so I can see which trains are running and where. And then I just have another folder. This is called extras. So I just have calculator, voice memos, find iPhone, and files, which are all Apple apps. Then I have Google Assistant, which is again to do with like the Google Home. I have AdBlock Plus, so if I'm watching something like 1, 2, 3 movies, you don't get all the annoying ads. So highly recommend this if you just don't want adverts on anything online. I then have Bitmoji, which is obviously just to customize my Bitmoji. Podcast, which I very rarely use, but there were a couple of podcasts, like when I was doing French, obviously I was listening to Slow News in French, and I think Mr. Bruff had one. There's also like those celebrities podcasts that I was listening to, the Love Island one. And then I have clips. Now this came with the iPhone 8. I'm not 100% sure what this is. I haven't really used it, but this is a great angle, isn't it? So yeah, I don't really know what that is, but it's just there. And then the final app I have is Student Job, and this is basically like an app to find jobs in like your local area and stuff like that. So basically Student Job is just like an app, and you can just find jobs in like your local area or nationwide. For example, like you can become a surveyor or a mystery shopper, or if there are jobs in like your local town or something, they're on there. This isn't sponsored, this is something I found myself, and it was just a really good way to see what jobs there are out there for people my age who've obviously finished school. And yeah, I would really recommend it if you just want to have a little look to see what online jobs you can do to make a little bit of extra money. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn the post notification bell on, because YouTube is changing, so if you do want to be notified when I upload a video, then I would recommend turning that on, and you'll get a little notification every single time. Let me know what other videos you would like to see over this summer before I start my back to school series in August, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!